Hello, my name is Richard Stott, and I'm here today promoting pearl, drums, and percussion. Now, as you can see from the drum kit here, it's quite a crazy kit. There's a lot going on here, but you can have just about any combination you like with pearl, drums, and percussion. Now, as you can see here, I have the snare drum, which we'll not look at that yet because that's not pearl. But I have a snare drum here, which is their piccolo class. It's called piccolo because it's quite shallow. Now I also have 3 toms, or tom-toms. You can have as many toms as you like in your drum setup, but I'm going with a traditional 3. Although my setup is not traditional, for I have 2 floor tom-toms and only 1 rack or mounted tom-tom. You can have as many of each as you like, but you have to decide on what sizes you want, because that depends on how they'll sound when you play them together. On my setup, I also have a 22-inch bass drum. This is 16 inches deep. You can have almost any combination of sizes for your bass drum. As long as you don't want something ridiculous, you can get just about anything you want. Now here, I have, as I say, a 22. You can get a 20-inch, but that could be 20 by 18. So you would get a similar sound from that to what I get from my 22-inch bass drum. Also, you'll see here, this is by Latin percussion, not by pearl, but I can still tell you about this. This is what I like to call the Tree of Life formation. This is where I put a cowbell and a tambourine. Now, the Tree of Life formation is really good because you can change it however you like. So if I just undo this and undo this, you'll see, and then I turn that round and then tighten these back up, I can then have the tambourine there. As you can see, it's only moved a little bit, but you can move it all the way around, and if you really want, you can actually swap them around and have the cowbell on the top and the tambourine on the bottom. It really is an amazing setup. I'd also like to tell you about the zildjian cymbals that I'm using here today, because they're really sweet. Now, I don't just have zildjian, I have Sabian, but we'll move on to that in a little while. We'll stick with the zildjian at the minute. What we have is a zildjian Avidis. I think that's how you pronounce it. I play drums, but I'm not quite so sure myself. But it's a zildjian, and it's more or less their basic sort of industry standard crash cymbal. 16-inch. It sounds, listen. And that's only with a rod. Imagine the stick. It sounds beautiful. You can also get the A Custom, which is it's a glossy finish. It's an upgrade on this, and it's a more contemporary, modern sound. It came out in the 90s. You know, it's that kind of thing, and it's a lot brighter. It's like more sort of jazzy, more oaky, if you want. Whereas this is brighter, you know, more modern, contemporary, and this splash, and 12-inch splash is also A Custom. And obviously it's going to be a lot brighter because it's a splash, but, you know, it's just got that contemporary 90s edge. And then we go over here. Even though this has a brilliant finish, this is the Zildjian K, which is the classic, quite expensive, but really nice K cymbal. Now that's cooler a little by the fact that it has this little mini china on top, which is Sabian, so we'll come to that in a little while. But you know, it's got that really, you know you have quality when a cymbal sounds like that. And then we have another A Custom over here. It's a projection craft, 18-inch, so it's really fucking loud, if you'll excuse my French. We also have this china, which is another Avidis, I don't know. And that just sounds like a fucking china. It's like going to China. You can see the Chinese man with his hat. Then you hear, and I also have this mini, like I say, the mini china with that Sabian. We'll come to it in a little while. And then the classic, the custom dry ride, which is K Custom, which is like the K, but again, it's more contemporary. Not so much 1990s, but more contemporary than the old K. And it's just a nice ride. Anyway, that's all I can tell you about right now, but if you care to come to me for the second installation of pearl drums, zildjian cymbals, and Latin percussion items, and also we'll come on to the Sabian cymbals as well, then I'd be quite happy to tell you more about it. But that's it for me for today. Goodbye.